Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Sean if you haven't been here before. And what I want to do today is go ahead and start working on my little tractor right here. I bought it a couple of weeks ago to help me out with a few things around here. Got a pretty good price on it, but it does have a busted grill on the front that I want to get, see if I can recreate because they don't make it. So let me show you that. And also I want to try out my new mic because it's kind of windy today. So let's see how that does. All right, this is the Mitsubishi 373D. Like I said, they don't make this grill no more. And this one's made out of plastic and it's all busted up. So let me go ahead and get this taken off, see if I can recreate it out of metal. All right, guys, I got it off. It did kind of fall apart because it's been fiberglassed back together before. You see the fiberglass sheets right there. And you can see right here where there's damage there, and this is bent down. So I gotta get that all straightened out. Now this ain't gonna look exactly the same, but I'm gonna make it look as close as I can. So let me get a piece of metal and I'm gonna kind of sketch out what I'm gonna try to do. All right, this layout I kind of came up with. I know it's kind of hard to understand it, but I think once I start cutting it, you'll be able to understand it a little bit more of what I'm doing. Alright, I went ahead and put a couple bead rows in it, kind of simulate this section right here. It's not as deep as those, but really can't stretch the metal that much. I don't have the kind of tooling to do that, so that's just going to be a good little simulation. And like I said, this section right here eventually be cut out, and I'll make this piece right here and weld it into it. I thought about doing the bead rows all the way across it, and I got thinking maybe there's a reason why they have this open for some airflow or something. So that's the reason why I got opted out from doing that. So let me go ahead and move on to the next step. Alright guys, you kind of see right here, I got it bent for the top and made this little lip here, and these tabs right here is where it's going to bolt on to the tractor itself. Right over here, these little tabs, and I got a couple more on the sides for when I bend those too. Alright, I got my coupling in today. I'm going to cut it in half, and that's what's going to make the headlight bezels. So let me go ahead and get that stuff cut up, and I'll be right back. Alright, I got the light bezels all cut out. Just set in there to show how they're going to fit. Like I said, just keep on trying to mimic this a little bit more. Now what I'm going to do is cut these lines right here and bend these tabs. That's going to be this part right here and that part. And I might go ahead and cut and bend the bottom piece too. So let me go ahead and do that, and I'll be back. Alright, now I got that all cut and bent up. I need to get work on the sides. I don't know how well it's going to bend with these bead rows in it, but I guess I'll figure out when I get there. And once I get that bent over, I also need to start looking at cutting this little radius right here to match that contour like the old one had right there that matched the hood. So let me work on that and I'll be back. Alright, I think the bends turned out okay, considering I was using a vise. I thought it'd kink it up real bad, but it actually looks pretty good. Tomorrow what I'm going to end up doing is probably getting this radius and stuff all cut out. And also I need to make this piece right here to go in the center. But that'll be a tomorrow problem. See you tomorrow. Alright guys, it's a new day. I went ahead and cut the piece for the center right here and got it all shaped up. And what I'm going to do now is go ahead and cut the little radiuses on the edges and get that done. So hopefully I can get some welding started here pretty soon. Alright guys, I don't know if you call that a style line, but I kind of got them shaped in there, and tomorrow I'll start getting everything welded up. Alright guys, as you can see I got the welding jacket on. I'm fixing to get started on that, so let me go ahead and set you up and hopefully get this thing welded together. Alright guys, I got the welds all ground and everything. Like I said, it's not going to be perfect. It's just a tractor and it's probably going to get beat up. So I'm not looking for perfection or anything. But I'm fixing to mark out the locations for the headlights. And you can see they got these little tabs right here. So I'm marking where they're at. And I got enough material left here that I'm going to get cut and bend it up, make a tab, so these can screw into it. Alright, you can see I bent those tabs, but I decided to weld the nuts behind them too. So now all I gotta do is take this and weld it into the rest of the grill. Alright guys, I got it all mocked up onto the hood. It came out okay. The hood itself has a few dents across here, and it's kind of bulged out right here where I think something must have fell across this hood or something like that. But overall, I think it looks a lot better than that smashed up plastic one. And what I'm going to have to do next is take it off and paint it and everything. I don't know if I'm going to paint it white like the original or black, or maybe even keep it this more silver color like the metal is. But thank you all for coming along and watching. I'll see you on the next one.